Camera is pointed at Jupiter, magnitude -2, a few degrees west, a few degrees east is the planet Mars, magnitude -1, distinctively orange-yellow in colour compared to Jupiter's strong white. A degree or so east of Jupiter, west, my directions mixed up, is the star Regulus, first magnitude star in the constellation Leo. Camera is set at 102mm focal length on Canon zoom lens f2. Sky has still a lot of brightness due to summer light scattering, due to the sun not being far below the horizon even late in the evening. Time check 10:50 hours BST on the 15th of May 1980. We'll shortly swing round to the west onto the planet Venus, magnitude -4, in the constellation of Taurus. First of all, we'll take zoom down to short focus minimum and attempt to retain image in position previously indicated. Image is no longer showing on view screen on camera. We'll return zoom lens to mid position image barely detectable on camera view screen indicator, returning to telephoto mode, not yet at maximum. Image once again distinctively visible on view screen, going to full telephoto mode now. Not yet apparently picking up the planet Mars, nor the star Regulus on the camera viewfinder. However, these should be in the field of view of the camera. Moving camera now onto the planet Venus, staying in full telephoto mode, stopping down to prevent overexposure, turning onto Venus. Opening up aperture now, panning for the planet at full telephoto length, attempting to locate it. Venus now in centre of camera screen, giving slight trailing effect. We'll stop down a little, checking focus, taking down to maximum wide angle on zoom lens, opening up to full aperture and preparing to clamp. Going to full telephoto mode, Venus appears distinctly. Zooming back to mid position, Venus still visible. Taking it all the way back to the wide angle position, and Venus is still visible in the camera viewfinder dead centre on screen. No apparent phase is detectable at this position. We'll again zoom in and attempt to detect phase by stopping aperture down. Phase apparent through viewfinder would suggest half moon shape. Stopping down one stop to f2.8. 2 stops to f4. 3 stops to f5.6. 4 stops to f8. 5 stops to f11. Image still discernible just. 6 stops to f16. Image no longer visible in viewfinder. Stopping down to electronic close down of aperture, no image visible. Opening back up to f16. Zooming back to wide angle position at f16, no image visible. f11, no image visible. f8, camera shake, no image visible in camera viewfinder. f5.6, wide angle, still no image visible in camera viewfinder. f4, no image visible. f2.8, no image visible. f2, no image visible. Zooming in to check the planet is in location. Planet appearing centre screen, clearly discernible on full telephoto. Now on full wide angle, planet no longer visible on camera viewfinder. Coming east considerably to locate planet Saturn. Still not getting an image of the planet Saturn on the camera viewfinder. Camera is pointed in the correct portion of sky. This is most peculiar. Aperture is wide open, focus set, and no apparent image of Saturn is appearing on the view screen. We'll leave camera set in direction of Saturn briefly. Trying one last check on altitude. Again, allowing camera to settle. Still no apparent sign of planet Saturn on view screen. Attempts at gaining star images unsuccessful on camera view screen despite previous success with TV amplification. Therefore believe images being recorded but not showing on camera view screen because of lack of TV amplification. Continuing recording session, continuously monitoring visible sky, looking for anything like bright meteor trains which could well be recorded. In the east, Cygnus and Lyra are rising. High in the east, constellation Draco. Overhead in the zenith, Mizar in the plough. Going toward the west, we have Leo with Saturn in the southwest, Jupiter and Mars drawing apart in the west-southwest. Over and through west, we have Cancer and then Gemini, and in the northwest, Venus, low near to the horizon. In the south, Spica in Virgo, the Virgin. To the north, Capella in the constellation Auriga, Perseus and Cassiopeia in the northeast. No apparent indication of noctilucent cloud, aurora or meteor activity so far. No satellite transits. In the event of a satellite overfly, attempt will be made to record the passage of the satellite near to any bright star, thus gaining exact positional information usable for analysis and flight path detection and prediction. Still presently, camera pointed in the region of Saturn, south of the triangle of Leo, making an isosceles triangle, almost an equilateral triangle, with Denebola and the other bottom star on that triangle, Saturn being below. Aquila rising in the southeast. Corona Borealis now apparent beside Boötes, with Arcturus south of the zenith. Returning to wide angle in the region of Saturn, attempting to pick up any other stars in the field of view, though the planet is not visible in the camera viewfinder. The long telephoto lens of the zoom seems to resolve star images and planetary images, whereas the short focal length of the zoom seems to be rather faint. Experiments will be worthwhile undertaking using objective lenses from telescopes to project prime focus focal plane image onto the Vidicon tube of the TV camera, thus perhaps detecting much fainter stars than the telephoto lens presently fitted. Returning now to the position of Jupiter and Mars, maintaining recording. Going to telephoto position to locate Jupiter. Image again not recording on screen, on camera, most peculiar. Now we have Jupiter on screen. Full telephoto lens range. Focus at infinity, aperture wide open. Zooming back to attempt to locate other stars in the field of view. Sky now darkening swiftly. Contrast becoming higher between stars and background. Small amount of sky pollution from factory adjacent. Small amount of light pollution from satellites hidden behind adjacent building. Despite this, sky overhead and in the direction of camera location appears very clear. Still no apparent meteor activity. Still no satellite transits. Again located with Jupiter near to Regulus at the bottom of the sickle asterism of stars in the constellation Leo, and Mars on the screen to the left. We'll check again to see if Mars is now recording on video camera. I'm zooming to full telephoto mode and checking. Bit of camera shake. Jupiter image as a dot of steady light source clearly visible. No apparent position for planet Mars adjacent is indicated on the TV screen. However, assume this is being recorded per previous tests, and also assume position of Regulus is being recorded. Thus, at least planetary movement relative to major stars can be indicated against time with recordings of this nature made at intervals. Also, in the event of any bright meteor or fireball activity in the region being studied, this event should also be recorded. Time check 11:12 BST PM, May 15th, 1980. Tracking Jupiter -2, Mars -1, Regulus +1, constellation of Leo. 102mm focal length, f2, video camera recording. Sky is now perhaps 5 times darker than beginning of recording. Faint 4th magnitude stars now becoming visible. We'll walk round in circle and see if any ground vibration is transmitted to the camera. Circle radius 5 feet, going out to circle radius 10 feet. Checking for any vibration affecting the camera's position. Walking on tarmac surface, which will transmit current vibration 15 feet away from camera back to camera now. Movement of planet with time now evident in viewfinder, as camera is not tracking star movement, i.e. is not driven, is on a fixed alt-azimuth mounting. Approximate elevation 40 degrees, approximate azimuth 260 degrees, magnetic true. Preparing to cease recording in short time. Approximately 3 minutes to end of first trial recording. Still trained on the region of Jupiter, Mars and Regulus. We'll shortly try for Saturn once more and then finish with Venus before ceasing recording. Turning east to Saturn, attempting to locate the same. Elevating a few degrees, allowing camera vibration to dampen down. Aperture still wide open. No apparent image in camera viewfinder. Still no apparent image in camera viewfinder. Tracking east to Venus. Attempting to locate Venus. Coming in on screen now.